We're happy to host everyone tonight as a fundraiser for two great organizations. I have Jaquie Linder here from Chrysalis Foundation Network, Lisa Graham, who is our MC tonight, and we are also raising funds for this project in Ukraine, which is for Nashi. So our organization began a few years ago as an extension to an organization here in the province called Maple Leaf, Alberta, which helped fund the building and renovations to this project in the Ukraine. We have helped that organization through the years, and now Greenlight Awareness Society is continuing to help by raising funds for the programs and to help the girls there. Jaquie Linder, who I will maybe let her talk about her organization, Chrysalis Foundation Network. We have worked with them as well.
From the very beginning?
From the very beginning.
Since the inception of the Chrysalis Anti-Human Trafficking Network, whose primary mission is to run a crisis line, a 24/7 crisis line across North America for survivors of human trafficking. I am a complex trauma specialist by profession, and so my interest is in mental health of survivors. And from the very, very beginning, my colleagues here were involved in the very original fundraising when the organization first started 7 years ago. So its inception actually was in the summer of 2010. Since then, we have provided mental health services for thousands of callers. In 2016 alone, we had almost 4,000 calls on the Chrysalis line from survivors of human trafficking across North America. And the fundraising that we're doing tonight is to help pay the operational costs for that service.
Thank you. And Lisa?
Yes, I'm actually very new to the organization, and what I've learned so far is how amazing these people are, the work and dedication and the commitment they've done against human trafficking. And just meeting you, Jaynne and Jaquie, today, I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for helping
Thank you
us.
for coming. And Lisa was just sharing about a great event coming up on May 26th as well, so we can tell you more about that later.
Thank you.
My name is Lisa Graham. I am from the Enoch Cree Nation and am thrilled to be your host for today's exciting event. Let us be aware that we meet this evening on Treaty 6 territory. Before we continue with the program, I would like to extend a special thanks to the following sponsors and friends: ACT Alberta, Sopranos, International of Edmonton, Salvinia Kerninsky, Imaginations and Concepts, Chef in the City, Wahlberg General Store, Two Buds Floral, ABC Weddings, Edmonton Police Service, and the numerous private donors. And the event you will experience today marks not only the third annual fundraising event, but also it marks a special time when we shine the light on the travesty of modern slavery that exists here in Edmonton, Canada, Ukraine, and worldwide, and how each and every one of us will play a role in improving the lives of trafficked people. To start our event off, we bring greetings from Jaquie Linder of Chrysalis Network.
She's not here.
Jackie's not here yet.
She's not. Okay, can we move on to the next? Are we okay? Now, after all the warm-up bidding on the silent auction, it's time to enjoy the tasty Homefire grill delicacies prepared here. So we have many items here, 5 items, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy each and every one of them. And we'll give a few minutes before we continue with the program. Thank you.
Those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Jaquie Linder. I am the founder and executive director of the Chrysalis Anti-Human Trafficking Network, and I bring you greetings this evening and gratitude, not just greetings, but mostly gratitude. Very often when I'm training my psychology students, one of the things that I say to them is to look around the room and see who showed up. And that's very important to think about in terms of a path of integrity and a life of integrity. Angela Sarian, who's a cross-cultural anthropologist, talks about the 4 steps in a life of integrity and the 4 things that you have to do to be integritous in your path. And the first thing you have to do is actually show up for whatever it is that you're giving your soul to. And the second thing you need to do is pay attention to everything that has heart and meaning. And it's very interesting to me that there was a risk that this event did not proceed based on enrollment, but because of the planning committee's absolute commitment and their heart invested in this project, they found another way to make it happen. So in terms of heart and meaning. The third thing we have to do is tell the truth without blame or judgment. And the truth is that in our society, very few people are actually willing to look into their own darkness. And so people ask me all the time, human trafficking has been going on forever. Why aren't more people involved? Why does nobody know what's going on right under their noses? I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a psychologist. I say to them, people don't want to look at darkness. Darkness is right there, right under their nose. Whether they choose to look at it is their decision. And the people in the room who showed up tonight are people who are willing to look at darkness individually and collectively. And for this, I thank you. The final thing in a path of integrity, on the road of integrity, is to be open to the outcome. We don't actually know how much money we'll collect tonight. We don't know how it's going to be split. We don't even know if it will be enough. But we do know that when we showed up as a community together with heart and meaning and commitment, there's no way to know how the story will end, but we can say that we did everything within our power to facilitate a solution to a problem that actually seems to be getting worse instead of better every time I look. I can tell you that the money that we raise tonight will actually go directly to the front line. The only thing Chrysalis is a 100% volunteer organization, so the only thing we use the money for is actually to pay the phone bill for the hours and hours and hours of time that we are on a call with a survivor of human trafficking who is in distress. So the money actually matters, and for $500, you can actually pay for a whole month of mental health support for people that nobody cares about. I believe in praying with my sneakers on. I actually don't go to church because honestly, I literally don't have the time. But in my life and in my work is my prayer. My being here with you this evening is my prayer. And my prayer is a prayer of gratitude for those who are willing to show up when everybody else is busy doing something else for people who so desperately need our love and care. Thank you for being here.
The crowd, kind of special mention. First we have Jaquie Linder of Chrysalis, who you just heard, Network, CEO of Spiral Phoenix, a trauma institute, clinical director of a children's residential trauma recovery ranch, professor at City University and worldwide instructor of police and politicians on human trafficking. In 2013, Jaquie developed and launched Canada's first national human trafficking investigators forum, an interprovincial initiative designed to connect law enforcement personnel both nationally and internationally. If you want to know more about and what to do about human trafficking, just see Jaquie. Next we have Carol Wingrave and Jaynne Carre of Sopranos International, who actively pursue solutions to human trafficking by running petitions, raising funds, advocating to politicians, educating individuals, much more. Next we have Emily Demkew, stalwart supporter of the Maple Leaf Center, who has visited there 4 times. Now for a little bit of fun, we have a number of door prizes to be awarded. Please find your tickets. We will draw names and your ticket will tell you whether you're a winner today. And ask any humans at the table near you if you can find your ticket.